Hey everybody, welcome to a new series we're doing here. Neil and I, our art director, head of audio, and me, Aaryn Flynn, CEO at Here at Inflection. We're going to spend a bit more time talking to you all, a little faster format, a little less formal, just a little faster to put these things together. And we're choosing today because it's been about a week since we wrapped up our sale on the .5 update. And today we put our 5.2 update out. And so we can share a little bit about that, some of the things we're excited about that, and give you a little preview as to where we're going next.
Yeah, and of course we're obviously super grateful to everyone who's tried Nightingale maybe for the first time. Always love to hear people's feedback on the game, what you're enjoying, what you're not enjoying. That just helps us make the game better as we go along.
Oh yeah, I spend a fair bit of time in the Discord. We read all the reviews, of course, on Steam and other places. It's been great to see Reddit pretty popular and pretty positive about things. That's been really nice. Reddit hasn't always been the best for us. And so the .5 update has been really nice to see people invigorated and feeling good about where we're going with the game. And as well as having a lot of cool ideas about what they want to do next. So the .5 update worked really well for us. As you know, the main big pillars were things like storied realms, the tech tree, new boss battles. We increased the structure cap limits, and then we had our new onboarding as well. So it was a big update for us. And overall, we're pretty happy with it. I'd say about the analytics tell us that about half of the players who played it are returning players and about half are new players, which feels like a nice balance. Feels like that's about what I would have wanted when we first thought this out, a mixture of new players and returning players. And so for those who've returned, great, glad you like it. If you're a new player, I hope you liked it as well. It was a lot of work. If you're a new player, didn't see what the game was like before, had its charms, but we certainly think the new approach is stronger and offers a bit more structure and necessary value to those players. So it's good.
Yeah, I would also say, I think one of the biggest changes to the game, I'm sure you'll agree, was we think this change gets people to the action quicker, dramatically quicker.
Yeah.
The old tutorial is long gone. The new starting flow into the game gets you into the realms. It gets you using tools. It gets you using magic straight away. And that was feedback we heard loud and clear and was super important to the experience.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's been really good to see the game come together in that way. And like I said, really happy that people have picked it up and tried it that way. The 5.2 update came out today. So thanks to everybody as we brought the servers down and brought them back up. Again, a number of mostly bug fixes in that one. Some of the big bug fixes that got dealt with are charms no longer lowering gear levels. That was a weird one. Sorry about that. We fixed invincible trees spawning near potted plants, which seems odd that would happen, and yet it did. So glad that one's fixed. That's probably the oddest bug. I think we heard that one's been actually a problem since we launched, and it's just been whack-a-mole trying to find it and figure out what exactly it is. But finally narrowed it down and got it one closed off. What else we got? The composite structures being invisible bug was fixed. I'm sure a few of you saw that or experienced that. I did personally in my playthroughs. And so glad that was fixed. I think that was related to an optimization that went in to help that structure cap limit be higher. And now that it's fixed, that's good. There was a glyph in a desert vault that wasn't working properly that got fixed. So that's good because I know glyph puzzles can be frustrating when you can't find the glyphs. And certainly probably the only thing worse than not being able to find a glyph is to find the glyph that doesn't work. And then lastly, there were just lots and lots of additional little bug fixes in there. I still feel like, and Neil, I think you agree, there's still a few too many bugs in the game. It's frustrating for us as developers to put a game together and we see reports of players, something's not working or something's not working certainly as intended. And so we feel really bad about that. And so, it's our mission right now. And one of our priorities is to just keep dealing with those bugs, keep addressing them. So thank you to those who file reports. Thank you to those who post. It's super helpful. As I said, sometimes these bugs are very hard to track down. And your ability to help us narrow use cases and file these things is incredibly valuable to us. So thanks a million for that.
Yeah, I mean, the players who've been playing for literally hundreds of hours, I mean, they are experienced realm walkers at this time. And, their help is invaluable to track down some of these really, really tough to find issues. There was also, we made some changes to the UI in this release.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can talk about those.
Just a nice little addition, a little bit of design flourish around some of the pop-ups and panels and quests and text boxes. So that's a nice little addition. We're always trying to iterate on the UI particularly and really make it as seamless an experience as we can.
Yeah, I've seen some of the new UI stuff too that keeps coming, and the team's cooking. They've got a lot of good ideas for where they can improve the UI more.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of iteration, right? It's a lot of usability feedback and just playing it and saying, how could this be a little better? And then again, stylistically keeping it all consistent. That's been a nice evolution of the game as well, for sure. It's nice to see a consistent UI. So that's the state of where we've been and where we're at as of today with the 5.2 update. We could take a moment to talk about what things that are important to us next. Certainly, big one, as I said, is more bug fixes. It's really important that we keep fixing those bugs. And so thank you again for those who have been posting or sharing your experiences. It really helps us. Performance is one we've identified now as another important topic for us. You only can get certain level of performance out of Unreal 5. And there's new, because it's still a newer engine, and there's still new elements of and updates to UE5 coming. We've got some folks down at Unreal Fest right now who are learning about these updates and where they come. So we'll prioritize a UE 5.4 integration next. So stay tuned for when that's going to come. But that's been in the works for a couple months now, and hopefully that will address some performance issues as well. I'm excited for that. What else we got? We're thinking a lot about storied realms, what we'll do next with more storied realms. We certainly love the ones that were released. We're wondering how we might do more of those and potentially what biomes there might be for those. So we're thinking a lot about that. What else are we talking about, Neil? What else is going on?
Well, item customization is
it's a good one.
Is a big one. We're certainly deep into those systems, so we can look for that in an update coming soon. Very important that people can fully express themselves through their items and clothing with full customization.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's a good one. And then there's lots of topics on things like NPC automation, more to do with your NPCs. This idea of building a village for your NPCs. There's more ideas for really cool Apex creatures that we'll talk about soon. And so lots of those things are happening too. But more about that future update.
Finally, do your mining complex where all the NPCs are mining.
It's been my dream for years, Neil. As you know, mining is my favorite activity in the game. True fact, I really enjoy mining. I don't know why. It gets very zen for me, and I just totally zone out. And actually, I've got this watch here that gives me alerts. And a lot of times I play Nightingale and I'm mining, then I'll set up things in silver realms and stuff. I'll get an alert comes up and it'll say, "Good job, you've rested for 3." Sometimes it even thinks I've napped because my heart rate gets so low, and it's weird, right? And I'm just,
what an adventurer you are.
I know, right? And I'm just like, yeah, this is how I play the game. So I guess take that for what it is, folks, as to why some things happen around here that happen. But yeah, lots of cool things that are coming there, and we'll share more of those in future updates as we do more of these little fast, quick to put together videos that are just meant for us to chat with you. And you can always find us on Discord, find us on other social media platforms. We lurk and we hunt around those places. So don't be shy about asking us questions. Neil and I love talking about Nightingale, as do many of the developers here. So please don't be shy about that. Is there anything else we should cover before we break?
I think we're good.
Okay, great. Well, that's our new format, folks. Thanks to everybody else puts together, and we'll be in touch with more updates and as soon as we can. Okay, great. Thanks.